Hey there, Springfield. Well, it finally happened. The weekly top 5 list is passed into history and died a horrible death. In its place, welcome to the very first monthly top 10 list of the coolest things to do in Springfield, Missouri and the immediate area. And April's a great month to be kicking off this new format because we got a little bit of everything coming up. We got a talking elephant, a talking lion, a bunch of people dressed up like Batman, an entire musical festival dedicated to keeping the earth from bursting into flames, and Al Roker. I'm Walt the Realtor with Murray Associates right here in Springfield, Missouri, and these are the top 10 coolest things to do in and around Springfield, Missouri for the month of April in the year of our Lord 2026. Let's go. Starting things off in the number 10 spot is Seussical the Musical, running at the Landers Theater from April 24th through May 10th. This is the musical that takes a bunch of Dr. Seuss stories like The Cat in the Hat and Horton Hears a Who, Talking Elephant, and mashes them together into a colorful stage show with a lot of music and dancing and probably more striped hats than you ever thought you'd see at once. Springfield Little Theater productions are usually pretty impressive. The sets are big, the costumes are wild, and the performers are, all in. You've got kids. This one's an easy win. Tickets for adults start at $35, fees included. Kids are cheaper, of course. And you can get all the details at springfieldlittletheater.org. At number 9, we've got the MORE Expo, which stands for Midwest Overland Off-Road Expo. And that's happening April 17th and 18th at the Ozarks Empire Fairgrounds. Now, if you're not familiar with the overlanding crowd, these are the people who look at a perfectly good road and say, what if we didn't use that one? This event is packed with custom off-road rigs, camping setups, rooftop tents, gear vendors, and a whole lot of trucks that are designed to survive the zombie apocalypse. There'll be live music and some pretty wild hands-on seminars. Their ticketing portal is not up and running just yet, but it looks like ticket prices are going to be around $25. And that'll include a 1-year subscription to the Dirt Pro camping app, which I am not familiar with, but I'm sure it's really cool. Visit moreexpo.com for details and schedules. In the number 8 spot, we've got the Gillioz Jazz Festival happening April 4th at the historic Gillioz Theater downtown. The event actually kicks off earlier in the day with the Gillioz Jazz Cafe, transforming the lobby of the Gillioz Theater into a bistro with bar service and live music from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's no ticket required for this part of things since clearly you're going to be buying food and drink while you're there. Then the doors open at 6:30 with Aubrey Logan and the Missouri Jazz Orchestra taking the stage at 7:30, and it should be a great show. Aubrey won the Jury Award and the Audience Award at the Montreux Jazz Festival over in Sweden or Switzerland or whichever one that is. I get them all mixed up. Anyway, she's also performed with Megan Trainor, Gerald Albright, Rick Braun, Kenny Lattimore, and she's toured with Postmodern Jukebox. She's played Radio City Music Hall, the Sydney Opera House, and the Hollywood Bowl, so yeah. Tickets start at $29 and you can get them at gloriostheater.com. In the 7th spot, we got The Nightmare Story running from April 16th through April 19th at the Judith Enyart Reynolds School of the Performing Arts for Springfield Little Theater. That's a mouthful. Now, this one's a little darker than that Dr. Seuss show that we were talking about earlier. The Nightmare Story blends live theater with elements of horror and psychological storytelling, creating a production that's a little bit more intense than your, normal, typical stage play. But it's for kids. Now, here's the real reason why this one's on the list. If you have kids or grandkids that have an interest in acting or performing, take them to see this, because everybody up on that stage is going to be a kid that's been taking drama classes through Springfield Little Theater's educational program. And if your kid is one of those naturally artistic or creative kids that's also a little shy and withdrawn, something like this could be their magic ticket. Now, even if they don't want to get involved themselves, this is still a great production for kids who enjoy suspense, mystery, and a bit of creepy storytelling. Tickets are $22 and you can get them at springfieldlittletheater.org. Coming in at number 6 is the Cherry Blossom Kite and Pinata Festival happening April 11th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Springfield Botanical Gardens. This event is hosted by the nonprofit Peace Through People, and it celebrates international culture with food, music, games, and activities for families. There will be kites flying everywhere, pinatas for the kids, cultural demonstrations and performances, free admission to the Mizumoto Japanese stroll gardens, and tons of vendors and food options. Of course, you can bring your own kite to join in on the kite flying fun, or you can buy a $5 kite kit to build and decorate at the event. It's completely free to attend, so come on out and enjoy the day. You can learn all about it at peacethroughpeople.org. At number 5, we've got the Earth Day Music Fest happening April 25th at Jordan Valley Park. This event has been a Springfield tradition for years and combines live music, environmental awareness, and local organizations all in one place. This year, the event will be benefiting the Ozark Land Trust, which has dozens of projects in the works, protecting 28,000 acres in the Ozark region. There will be multiple bands performing throughout the day, including some names you'll probably recognize like Molly Healy and Isaac Kenneth and Johnny Molinax, plus local food trucks as well as beer and wine. So I got to tell you, if you have the soul of an old hippie, you'll probably feel right at home. Tickets are $28, fees included, but kids 12 and under are free. They have to have a grown-up with them. For all the details like schedules and parking and stuff like that, go check out earthdayspringfieldmo.org.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Okay, that's 6 down and 4 to go, but before we move on, I have that standard YouTube favor to ask of you. If you like having someone else sort through the endless piles of Springfield area event listings and organize them into a handy-dandy list like this one, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment telling me which event looks most interesting to you. Every time you interact with a video, YouTube assumes there must be something going on here, and they show it to more people. It's a big help, so thanks in advance. And since this is technically a real estate channel, you'll also find videos answering questions about buying or selling a home around Springfield, so feel free to check those out too. In the number 4 spot, we have the Springfield Cardinals home opener at Hammons Field, where they'll be taking on the Tulsa Drillers on Tuesday, April 7th. After winning the Texas League Championship and beating the team record for the most wins in a season last year, our fan base is kind of pumped this year, so expect a sellout crowd. And we'll have some new faces this year because our team was so good last year. We've had more than a few of them move up, either up to AAA Memphis or all the way up to St. Louis, which is pretty freaking cool. There's nothing quite like minor league baseball, and our home opener this year is on a Tuesday, so they'll have $2 tacos, and if you're 21 or older, tequila specials. Just don't get stupid. Tickets start at $12, no kidding, and even sitting right behind the Cardinals dugout is just $24, so no excuses. Come on out. It's a great time. To see the schedule and the planned promotional nights, like the free bobblehead night kind of thing, visit springfieldcardinals.com. In the number 3 spot, we've got the Broadway phenomenon Wicked coming to Hammons Hall April 22nd through May 3rd. So if you've never heard of Wicked, and yes, I know that sounds insane, but I still have to have something to talk about here. This is the untold story of the witches from The Wizard of Oz from a different point of view. The show has been running for over 20 years, and it's still one of the most popular touring Broadway productions in the world. Music's fantastic, the costumes are huge, and if you've never seen a big Broadway production live, this is a good one to start with. Tickets start at $67, fees included, but the fees are crazy because it's on university property. So if you'd like to get a $19 discount, yes, really, go buy your tickets in person at the box office. Or if that $19 is no big deal, then you can get the tickets at hammondshall.com. Next up, if you have any cool geeky costumes in your closet that you haven't worn in a while, you need to do a test fitting and maybe get them altered because Missouri Comic-Con is happening April 11th and 12th at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. This is a full-scale pop culture convention featuring celebrity guests, comic book artists, cosplay competitions, and a huge vendor floor. Even if you're not a hardcore comic book fan or a sci-fi geek, it's worth walking through just to see some of the costumes people show up wearing. And if you are hardcore, well, then you probably already have your tickets. Check out this line of guests. It's kind of crazy. Just to name a few: Alan Tudyk, Jonathan Frakes, Dee Snider, Anthony Michael Hall, Randy Quaid, and Brent Spiner. I mean, nerds of the world, unite. This is going to be fun. And of course, there'll be panels and Q&As, and there'll also be photo ops and autograph lines you can sign up for. They cost extra, of course. Tickets start at $30, and all the information is available at MissouriComicCon.com. And finally, taking the #1 spot this month is something that comes around about every 100 years or so. Our event of the month, actually of the year, is the National Route 66 Centennial Kickoff Celebration running April 30th through May 3rd, celebrating 100 years of America's most famous highway. And we're doing it right here in the birthplace of Route 66. Things kick off on April 30th at 8 a.m. when NBC's Today Show broadcasts their third hour live from Springfield, putting the birthplace of Route 66 on national television. Later that afternoon, there's the Birthplace Plaza dedication, marking the exact location where the telegram was originally sent in 1926, proposing the name Route 66. And then Thursday night brings a major kickoff concert featuring artists like Little Big Town, Chris Janson, Gary LeVox, Gretchen Wilson, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, the Haygoods. It's all hosted by John Goodman. Friday keeps things rolling with the Queensgate Sculpture dedication, followed by the Celebrate America on Route 66 parade at 6 p.m., where classic cars from all across the country will cruise through downtown, celebrating a century of the Mother Road. And the night wraps up with the lighting ceremony for the historic Jefferson Avenue footbridge and a Route 66 themed drone show. It's like fireworks, except robots. Saturday turns into a full festival with the Red, White, and Bridge Bash on historic C Street, including a classic car show. And the entire celebration wraps up Saturday night with the National Telegraph Ball at the historic Shrine Mosque, a black tie gala inspired by the original 1926 telegram that started the whole thing. Now, that one's a bit pricey, though. It's like $500 a person. At any rate, if you like classic cars, live music, Americana, festivals, or just seeing Springfield randomly show up on national television, then this is definitely the event of the year. And if you miss it, it's fine. You just catch it in 21, 26 when they do it next time. All right, y'all, that's the list. 10 things to do in Springfield in April, and honestly, there's probably another 10 that almost made the cut. If you know me at all, you know I'm excited about the Cardinals home opener, and I'm a huge geek, so Comic-Con is on my short list. But the Route 66 Festival is literally a once-in-a-lifetime event, so not going to miss that one. If you end up going to any of those events and you happen to see me wandering around, I hope you'll say hi. And of course, if somewhere between now and the next video you start thinking about buying or selling a home, just scan the QR code that's on your screen to visit walttherealtor.com. You'll find all my contact information there. Call, text, or email anytime. I'm always happy to help. I'm Walt the Realtor with Murney Associates right here in Springfield, Missouri, reminding you overlanders out there, never buy a used rooftop tent. See you next month. Have fun.